welcome back. This is the second segment, part 2, our conversation with the lovely, beautiful Queen. Come on now. So excited to still be chatting to you, Queen.
Yes.
We took time off. We took a break. We took you for a ride. How was the ride in Mr. President?
Oh, I love the car. I think when I get married, for my other wedding, some people will be like, give us the recipe, but it's a story for another day.
Yeah.
I should get married in this car.
So you enjoyed the ride?
Yes, plus like to do like a festering
Yeah.
on the next ride.
Nice. Awesome. We spoke a lot about your journey.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been through a lot. We spoke about that.
Yeah.
Now, there are some good things that have also happened in your life.
Yeah.
We met. When did we meet? When did I interviewed you? And then, how did we?
So how we met was I came to the station as a guest.
On my show, ne?
Yes, on your show to talk about women. I don't remember what the topic was.
No. You know what the topic was? Well, we were talking about women that get taken away.
Human trafficking. Yes.
So that brain is of elephant. You can remember the first time you met her.
Yeah. So basically, I started my activism called Lifeline, right?
Yeah.
And I realized for a Lifeline, it gave me a platform, but I wanted to venture into other stuff because I was dealing a lot with the school kids. And the opportunity that I got to go Lifeline was also to be an assistant teacher. So I taught LO and English, but then my specialties were in life orientation so that we can drop the teenage pregnancy rate. High rate of teenage pregnancy.
Yeah.
So when I was working there, I realized on a lot of young girls. So for me was because when I proposed the idea, then I was advised to start a movement. So I then started my movement, the teenage pregnancies and stuff, and then I realized a lot of young girls go through a lot and they end up being victims of human trafficking. So for me was the dynamics start out by a parent, the challenges where you are a teenager, you are a parent, you are finding yourself next thing baba neglected, like all that. So I was dealing with missing children, and then I met Susan Minube, who was an activist in human trafficking, and then we merged our work as young women that are fighting for, because child abduction is not only human trafficking. It's just go child abduction go human trafficking somehow. So that's when I came to 1912.
And this was what?
2018.
Yeah.
So at the time, remember the project was like nearly targets for the syndicates. Remember when they shot at my house and so for me at the time was I love this project, but somehow I think I need to easy up a bit because I was more involved. And my mom okay, I see your passion. Why rata project mara bothata ke gore una le bana and it tlo affect bana ba gago should you get killed. Because now ne se ba thunya ko ntlong, ne se ba stalker, ne se the lady o ne ke partner le lena o la shapiwa for this project. So for us was the only option is for us to maybe focus on other things.
So when you came, we spoke about, we went into detail about some of the cases you've dealt with.
Yeah.
But then you fell in love with radio.
I fell in love with radio because basically a resident guest.
Yeah.
Go Zek Drive.
Yeah.
So you would give me topics every Wednesday, and then I would tackle those topics.
Yeah.
And then kabam so as an activist Josie FM as an analyst.
Okay.
The case
Missing children and so on.
no, that domestic violence,
Oh.
where if a celebrity is arrested, and the case every time these celebrities go to court, we would analyze the case. Go this show ya busigo, yeah, between 6 and 8. So that's when I realized, okay, nya flow amuskule le. No, man, lento le gahle funa me.
Yeah.
And then I got an opportunity go Zach Drive, and then I started ke thomile ke tshwara camera. Hey, not camera, phone, social media.
Yeah.
Hi, but go I did top, everything just happened.
Yeah.
Even in Chigwaba.
Yeah.
And
From one thing to the other.
Yeah, from one thing to the other. So after that, I think maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks. Then I ended up becoming the co-host. I co-hosted Bilena Konyane fela. And then I became the host.
Yeah.
My show's like still.
Hey. I was like, when I gave up on Kinsa Shonya, but it's okay.
Damn Cooper showing. Damn one geno queen.
Yeah. So how has radio changed your life or your perspective on life?
So radio for me, it sort of gave me a platform.
Okay.
To talk about a lot of issues that are very taboo. I realized a lot of radio stations, like when you listen to radio shows, they talk about the general stuff that we know, right? And for me was, as much as there's generals, I'm like, for now, it gave me a platform to dig deeper, and it gave me a platform to meet a whole lot of people that I thought I'd never meet. And for me, it was an opportunity for me to grow, especially in the industry, because somehow getting into radio, everybody wants to be your friend, right? Everybody wants to, just wants a piece of you. So I realized, this is an opportunity for me to grow in the industry, the entertainment industry. At the same time, I can still do my activism work, but doing my activism work, being an example as well. Because sometimes, being this person, you are an activist, but you don't have any career goal sighting.
Yeah.
You're just an empty team that's making a whole lot of noise. So somehow it gave me that platform to say, okay, being a radio host, being a content producer, being a person is well respected, you need to have that career, and then something you find weight. So radio gave me that, and then also radio gave me a platform where even when because when I was an activist, I used to be invited a lot for public speaking, but being on radio, it teaches you how to speak as well. Because being an activist, you speak like oba a fighter, but being on radio, it gives you that platform to say, hey, Ghana, I'm a role model, I'm a media personality, so how you speak, it should also, like how you speak, it reflected the person that you are. So
it was really about...
It shaped me in a way.
Was it rebranding for you?
Yes, it was, because now Queen Khuthatso is no longer Khuthatso, it's now Queen KR. Queen KR, Queen Khuthatso Rabutapi, Queen KR, hence Khuthatso Rabutapi KR. So being the queen that I am, advocating for women, advocating for lifestyle, somehow. But being on radio, it is so that is like the topics but somehow putting people on the spot to say, okay, when are your job, but how are you planning to do 1, 2, 3, 4? We've tackled issues, put people on the spot, having people to own up to dilo tse ileng gore ha ba di etse sharp, and that for me gave me a platform, and I still see myself grow in the industry, and somehow he interviewed the celebrities that for me I never thought gore I would have that conversation with them. So it gave me that platform, also that confidence back to say.
Like, who stands out for you?
in terms of people that I've interviewed, Patrick Shai was one of them.
Oh yeah, bro. I remember the interview you did with him.
Yes. To be honest, I then realized, Hori, because Nali Patrick Shai, we knew each other from being the activist, right? But when we had the conversation on radio,
May his soul rest in peace.
May his soul rest in peace. It grew our friendship actually, because on that day, remember that when we spoke to Patrick about when I was having that conversation with Patrick Shai, it was after we were talking about men abuse, especially sexually. Then there were boys that came to me and said, "Queen, you are always fighting for basadi ba rapiwang as a victim, but now we are victims of rape. How?" And then they started opening up, and I was like, "Patrick, I think you need to intervene more because then that's when he changed a whole lot of men. There was a boy, he was at the verge of killing a lot of women. He even confessed it to say, "I hate women to an extent that I would kill any woman."
What?
Because of the woman that raped me. I decided. So when I spoke to Patrick about his case, the last conversation I had with this boy after Patrick Muchun, Queenie, thank you so much for Patrick, because the mindset in how I slept with women and things that I did to women. Like for Naki, feel very ashamed, and I'm in a point where I'm gonna be apologizing to all my ex-girlfriends by and this is a journey. It's self-discovery where I've discovered Mang actually, and for now right now, I'm gonna be changing my pillow. And I'm glad that we spoke about it even before Ntate Patrick Atlhokofala, because I know the legacy of Ntate Patrick Shai will never die, because we had that boy currently he's in a space where he's changing.
He's becoming social activist as well.
Yes.
So let's talk about the skills you've learned in radio, because people think maybe radio is about just talking on the mic, but when you've picked up way more than that.
Way more than that. Managing the social media accounts. I'm currently managing the account where I never thought I would manage an account. Yeah, social media where somehow even but it's a job on it, on its own. There's things that I'm currently doing. Go media where I'm really journalist.
Yeah.
That time I seen a degree in journalism.
Yeah.
Mara, we ask people questions, we cover events, we get there with the camera roll action.
Yeah. From doing a live stream to doing photography, to doing social media management in one event, and then still come back, produce a show, present the show, and technically produce the show.
Yes, and somehow being on radio, in feel that skill, saho multitask.
Yeah.
Where currently as a station manager, so how my day goes. So I get to the office in the morning. I have to check on the shows already for from the programs department. Everything is scheduled for the week. Double check content for the week. Make sure the staff will see sorted, see happy, everything is sorted. Finances wise, reshape for the week. The event that have to take place for the week. It's a whole lot of job on its own. Then having to I still produce my show, though I have a content producer.
Oh, you still produce? Okay, so
not really.
Oh.
The thing is, being queen.
Yeah.
And I must admit,
you are hands-on.
Yeah, queenie ke motho o batlang dilo di tsamaye ka tsela e ya queen.
Are you a control freak?
No, not a control freak. I'm hands-on. Why do I know?
Okay.
Like I still feel gore. But I remember content producer ka o inexperienced. It's a ngwana, wa bona?
Yeah.
And a queenie una le experience.
Yeah.
Na me wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, to even people that. Yeah.
But and then.
So the content that Eke batlang for the show, ibatla someone that's very matured.
That
so
understands, yeah.
yes, so Kim Mutolo, I'm still cooking and grooming her, because yo Queen ama topics amanye, the topics setting the a bit okilabona the a bit strong, because of not every radio station covers them. So somewhere somehow we need to cover them so that when we cover them, but we're more aware than covering things that we know it.
Let's talk about one story that for you were like, this is crazy. I can't believe shit like this is going down. I mean, I know you've spoken about witchcraft, you've spoken to traditional healers, you've spoken about a whole lot of cringing topics at times. I'm like, yo, there's
okay.
Oh my God, no.
There's a show and I remember when I put her on the spot.
Yeah.
When I said, does the size of a penis matter?
Yeah.
So I mean, not all, actually not like the radio stations won't cover them.
Yeah.
But somewhere somehow we need to cover them because people are talking about it.
But is it? How do you? This is what I always used to have the team, if you remember.
Yeah.
You can talk on radio about sex.
Yeah.
And then there's also sex education.
True.
So if you talk about sex, baba jana, baba, like it's not educational.
It's not educational. You need to.
It's not meant for radio. In other words.
So somewhere somehow, as much as we are talking about sex, you need to educate people about sex.
Yeah.
Because somewhere somehow, if for an example, the topic that we just highlighted, we're talking about the size of a penis. What if we are talking about like the person maybe his manhood is not.
Yeah.
You know. So how can they make it a point they satisfy the next person?
Or do they engage without feeling like they're already being judged as men?
My point exactly, where you find a lot of men sabana low self-esteem on themselves, mutusa thoma abali a low sex drive because kamokele long sa itjweditse gore oh flip, you know. So immediately when we engage on these topics, obuthola msadi mong are who said it matters because of nawaka inyane mara yo I get satisfied because of we try 1 2 3 4. So somewhere somehow you need to educate people so that people don't find themselves but the blamer or rebali a lot of cheating because of rekhohlisana ka gore mang le mang kikile ka bajola. Or what if
you try, sorry to jump in there.
Yeah.
So you try and get a message out of every topic
as
opposed to talking about
it, yeah,
without finding a solution in the end or some message in there.
So we talk about that, we cover the topic and then re bua ka di kaofela the angles of the topic, and then we find solutions to it because we need to find solutions. What are we saying? Are we saying we are just covering it and then no, we need to find solutions to it so that to say the person no problem is somewhere.
Did you find a solution to that?
We did.
What was the solution?
We did, because
so does the size matter?
It doesn't, because somehow like when you have sex,
that you can do,
even without using the sex toys. There's positions that one can have limutwa high tse leng re tla mo satisfy, because sometimes utole gore wena as msadi kwena problem.
Vulicate.
Yes. Umgodi wasesam. Yeah, but somehow we
and then you blame the guy.
Yeah, khanya ku wena butata. Just like limshimane uthola ari ke mugodi khane ku wena butata.
Oh, but then how do you then agree? Or okay, sharp, okay, sharp. Let's not make it a problem.
Then we find positions that will make it a point where both of us sometimes you just needed foreplay to satisfy yourselves before we can even tap into penetration. Because sometimes sex is not about penetrating a person, but having that pleasure together.
Yeah, sure. You know, like you've always amazed me about the kind of topics you come up with.
Yeah.
And do you think about your listener when you play? When you play,
we do.
Do you research? Like, do you think, okay, what are kids maybe people want to talk about or hear, or how do you come up with your topics?
The thing is, remember that we do drive time.
Oh yeah.
So somewhere somehow the topics studying I see the topics stay long, like imagine retlo bua ka di topics stay long gore ke di topics tse batlang bo 10 to 11 or 12.
Okay.
Ke di topics tsa motshegare business.
Yeah.
Where retlo bua ka di like ka dilo tsa bo JSE ke dilo tsa motshegare tseo, you know. So drive time, it's all about entertainment, but at the same time educating people, making people aware. O mongwe o tshwere ke stress tse go ba driver o go robot, like o ke traffic o tshwere ke stress o stressa ke msadi lo go ntlung. But some of the topics tse leng re tlhoka ka tsona, it's topics that will give solutions somehow to topics tse leng hore tse go ba ya go ntlung lo faceana le tsona. Tse dingwe o confused ka bophelo ba how, and you are on your way home and you don't even know gore what's going on. Is going through a divorce. Rena le legal hour. Omungwe o batla go lobola maratse buru o tlo lobola jwang ka eng. Like this week we'll be tackling issues of lobola, how to rentwa msadi gore, and we'll be talking about these topics. Go tseleng eleya, you know, ka angle, especially we've tackled lobola before. But lobola e re tla be re bua ka yona no. Ke lobola ela ya gore re tla be re compare, where I want to tackle taba e ya gore why basadi tlamele ba reitiwe ka gore una le ngwana, a reitiwe ka gore o kila nyalwa before, a reitiwe le bashimane ba rona why tlamele ba lobole because of musadi o mongwe o for an example ba to re mshimane tlamele a lobole this girl o thole gore the girl only higher certificate or only diploma. The guy only degree. But because of batswadi banali the thing mntana mo educated. Tlamele ngwana mongwe alontsha di thousands and thousands tsa lobola for, you know, for education e le benefit amsadi o. Because if we divorce, let's say we divorce with the high divorce rate re nang le yona, o tlo charge ngwana ba to the 100,000. Because remember haba rate these lobola things, but umtane tufundile, then mesesi divorce maybe in 2 years, am I gonna get half of my refund? Because of the lobola was not about like ha buiwa ka musadi fe ba calculate lo tse dingata. So somehow I think gore taba lobola it should be revisited, and leading roles tabasadi aisa le di roles tse le tsa gale. We need to start talking about women of today and women of the previous generation. Basadi ba gale, not everyone natsoga apara di kwae alo bereka, right? Currently, I mean, Queen ana le msebetso mkana,
and at that time you're a single mom, and at that time you're a single parent. Then you must be subjected to laws that are not recognizing.
To be honest, Nanje, honestly, I sabona mlimo wa yona, cause lilipina tsa teng
molemo wa lobola o molemo wa culture.
Wa culture lobola, or like traditions, they need to be revisited. For an example, Queen ki station manager, ki activist, ki hustler. Then ngizofika endlini ngo 6, tlamele ke lo phega, ki clean, ki aine, like those things. Just because I'm lobola, some of the songs that we sing ko manyalo hore matswala tlogela di pizza monga tsona ke o wetle, hey tina bathong si career driven asmelwa ngama food.
You don't
like,
cook by the fire.
Asimeni kancane guys. No.
Yeah.
Mina ngine spine problem kumanje. and tlamele ke lo kuka di drift le di pizza ke eme the whole day ka mo monna o tlo batla mapai depression re na le bana ke di school meeting like
school work
ka mo batla o studisha like we are living in times where it's a online course o stresswa ke di assignment o stresswa ke like no guys I believe certain things need to be revisited so that we siphilisane kahle because somehow sizomangala abantu abantu babaleke emishadweni khona le high rate of divorce not because of haba batlo udula ko manyalong but sometimes muthu wa nagana ke tswa ko msebetsing ke chaise ka 5 ke tlo fihla ko ntlong ka 7 traffic o mongwe tsamaya le ka di bus like re tsamaya ka di taxi ke traffic o tlo fihla monole o tla ba le mo yepi or mama zala wa gago o mo ba expectile gore monna wa tlamela o phega like those things need to change because somewhere somehow we are living in times tse leng gore nna nka se dumele go ngwana ka le o nyalwa ke monna o sa tsebeng go iphegela on a serious note.
It's a big problem.
It is. So somehow we must learn to adapt with the times. Le lobola ya matsatsi a go godimo and the expectations di high because of ntshitse lobola ekana and men are killing women these days because of sentenyana ntshitse una gana gore wa go own. So somehow let's revisit culture, traditional practices tse leng gore di a etsiwa le bana ba bashimane ba ska just because of ngwana wa rona o educated tlamele mshimane a ntshe lobola e go godimo because of ngwana gago unto and the roles are wa sheba di a tshwana msadi o lonang le bana le o snang bana you are all expected to clean, wash, do all of these things and maybe all onang le bana maybe educated even more so let's try and revisit certain things batswadi ba rona ba re rate banga sithengisi mabasishadise ngoba se bafuna ukuthi siyophila siqala imindeni hayi gore ra rekisiwa because now my mom used to say umuntu ofuna ukushada umntana mazi no ure unyala ngwana ka because amurata hayi gore ngwana ka ilo ba slave sa high na mama ka would say you have a home mo xakekele you come back home because azange sixoxe thina.
Sure. Queen, you and I can talk for hours, man.
Yeah.
I think we've done 30 minutes and...
I got a question.
Oh, you got a question?
Oh.
All right, let's hear it.
This topic is so hot. Now, what do you then do with the self-esteem of men that want to date women with all this education and all these things, but they feel threatened by a woman that can do for themselves?
Yeah.
The thing is, okay. There's women that are highly educated by they don't take nonsense. And a woman, if she doesn't take nonsense, she's seen as disrespectful. So that low self-esteem. The thing also women are meant to keep quiet. And women are meant to maybe must sit down. Hence, certain traditional practices need to be changed so that men can feel comfortable to be around women. Equal. Fact of the matter is, we are now equal because how modi passing, modi taxing, you find a lot of women balo sebetsa. So somehow, banna abatlamela gore ba feel threatened. Ba tlo feel threatened because of ngwanyana sebetsang o tseba story sa high. La o ka re ko ena he ini o tlo go jwetsa gore phela remember gore I maintain myself. It's not like ngmele wena ukuthi uzongiphi papa because I can bring my own pap.
Yeah.
Right? So somehow ba feel that's why bana ba bang ba santsa ba feel gore msadi o tlamela a fiwe tšhelete vele msadi o tlamela a fiwe tšhelete as much as le basadi ba bang ba fa banna tšhelete. I have a lot of people that I know ba basadi ba maintainang banna.
I wish I was that lucky guy.
You know,
just
but
maintain you and
yeah, and we can't deny the fact. So somehow repeal in times where ba batla go suppressa basadi ba ba maintainang banna.
Yeah.
For bona ba pushe gore you know, but we have women that are supporting men. So monna before sometimes it goes with levels. How batla msadi o ilung o tlo go mamela waya wa tseba gore basadi ba jalo tlo ba thola ko kae
o ba thola kae
But I won't say. Okay. But wamubutsa motho a shela. So that you avoid controlling one about to why sometimes when never date beyond your class. Because somehow you find batwabang I feel just because of kitolale motho o rutegileng. Tlamele janong ole the ambition side be limited gore accommodate wena. Whereas o senyetsa ngwana batho nako. Because o ka se jolile le Sipho o tseba gore Sipho o educated o na le PhD what and wena wa fitla mo bophelong ba Sipho tlamele o mo limite gore a ska ba the person a tlamela be yena. So just focus if wa tseba go batla mosadi o tlo mo controlang, look for that person o ileng o ratsa gore wena o tlo mo dominate. Yeah, o tla utla ka mo shy skin nga jive.
Pila o tlo ba yes man.
Yeah, yes sir. Yes ma'am. Yeah, but if you know gore ngwana batho o ambitious, ngwana batho educate, never limit mood. Tsana le motho renga o batla housewife. Mo butse pele gore o tla ba comfortable na. That's why about communication in relationships is key. What we expect from each other ke 1 2 3 4. Uska no jola le ngwana batho o sa mo jesa the expectations tao, then years down the line o batla gore a change-le wena ganti yana ne se di plans tsa hae o ga change-le wena. So we need to understand the fact that ba a re tshwane, never re tshwane, and what you want ke ntho e batlang wena e communicate le motho o mong before o tlo batla o suppressa di beliefs tsa o le di values tsa hao mo mothong o mong e leng gore yena ha yo da.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. You've said a mouthful, man. You speak like an activist, and of course, I'm sure a lot of women are gonna be saying, "Yeah, Kuruma girl, Tessa girl."
The thing is, as much as there's women that will say that, but there's women that will say we are too. Because wa bone tshwanele le a ba re mosadi wa laiwa. O tshele bona basadi ba bona ba re oppressor. Monna a butse be go rutswa kae mina ya mindoti ya buzwa. Ubuthu yapi. O butwa ke batho ba basadi monna a butse monna o etsa like re sapharasa ke bona.
Monna ke selepo o lala di misana.
Mina wa ka di misana. Ka di misana you will stay outside.
Pare monna ga se ya pole ga kgetliwe bostlha.
Like really now. A ke re o kgethile nna le nna ka mo kgetha. So I think that's why we have a lot of HIV and all these other not only HIV but
Queen, I want to have you back once again. I think about all of that stuff. I want us to talk about HIV and AIDS. I want us to talk about sexually transmitted diseases.
Even that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes our men ba re tsentsha mathateng. Not even ka HIV. Hamba la thatha zonke le ipoko zala bafazi azozifaka kuwe. Next thing simangala umntana abantu akathandeki. Umntana abantu umavurupha emzimbeni khanti ki o.
The spirit.
Yeah, the spirit. Yeah, so we will talk about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Queen, you've been an amazing guest, y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guest, on the Kaya President.
The first lady on the show.
On the white leather seats, guys.
I'm telling you, man. Oh my God.
Haba sponsor the shows. I won't mention. But their food was nice, by the way.
Yeah. Queen, you've been amazing, man.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best with everything that you do.
Thank you so much.
Just one last thing. How many young people do you have at the studio, at the station?
27.
27 young
They are
people.
A handful.
So these are interns that are coming to learn, and
yes.
You're giving them work-related experience.
So basically, they are learners from Southwest Gauteng College.
Yeah.
It's different courses like Bambayense sound engineering, Babang Bayense music. It's different skills, but we are giving them the skills what they did in school but on another level.
Yeah.
So we giving them extra training, extra skills, and they are a handful, but I love the fact that ever since Valitenko officing, the shows are more on point. The posters every now and then, consistency. Like I'm no longer under pressure to do a whole lot of things. Things that into their floor because there's them in the studio, and it's a team like the main staff members to have a lot of work as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I could speak to you the whole hour, the whole 2 hours, 3 hours, and more. You know, every time I come and see you, Queen, I'm like, okay, maybe 15 minutes, Queen, maybe 20 minutes.
It's nearly 5 hours.
All the time, man. So you've been amazing.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Lissid, ne? Thank you.
Yeah,
Bo. All right, man. We're signing off. Thank you very much for you to. Please continue to support this podcast. Sign up, subscribe, listen to it on Spreaker, listen to it on Spotify, on Deezer. There's multiple platforms where you can listen to the audio. And of course, you can watch the video on YouTube, and make sure our subscriber like it and tell people about this show so that Luena we something nyana from this show. All right, we out. Peace.
Yeah, Bo.